Hi, welcome everyone to another edition of the RSS right here with myself, Rashid, Salleh, and HD, Haresh, Deol. And of course, we'll be talking about everything sports-centric. Not everything, but in the next few episodes, we'll probably try and not touch sports, but probably end up in sports anyway. It's a show that has never been done before, and we feel that if you have any questions or any topics that you'd like to talk about, tell us about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the RSS. Of course, press that like button, and we'll be getting back to you on those topics that you want to talk about. Of course, we are also, this show is brought to you by Amnig, a must name in gear, which is a trusted Malaysian athletic brand right here, Malaysia. And thank you also to MK Community Centre for giving us this lovely studio that we've set up. We might do a behind the scenes show, but hopefully we'll have enough footage to be able to show you it as well. Now, this next topic that we'd like to talk about is also quite, I wouldn't call it controversial, but it's something that's always been there as well in Malaysian sports. More so in Asia, more so in Southeast Asia, and definitely a lot more in Malaysia. And that is the lovely combination of sports and politics.
Yeah.
How did it begin?
Okay, let's not kid ourselves. Sports and politics, it'll be naive to say that they don't mix, because they do, not only in Malaysia but worldwide. Sports has always been seen as the perfect avenue to inject whatever agenda, of a certain particular politician or a certain narrative. So yeah, we've seen it before, but here it's more evident, as you rightfully pointed out, because we do see the constitution of certain state associations whereby the Menteri Besars or the chief ministers are supposed to be the president or the patron of the association. So you see a direct link there.
Oh, why is that? Is it because people used to say it was like this: you go into politics, you gain your money, especially politics in the West.
Okay.
Gain your money, and then you become patrons, or of sports associations and whatnot. But you don't really see that in Western sports. In Malaysia, you become you get the title, you get recognized, and then people ask you to become a patron or president, because they feel that you can bring in those corporate sponsors. And it has been the case for a lot of sports, unless it's mixed martial arts, where the president has no money, and we're going the other way around, which is great. Because we're building foundations.
Thank you for raising all those points out, because number one, yes, you're right to point out that to compare the West and Malaysia, simply because in the West they look at sports as a business.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an entity whereby you have a CEO, you've got a board, and so forth and so on. But here we are very backward in the way we manage our sports associations. And the presidents, for example, they always look to the president for money, despite having like numerous office bearers, which honestly speaking, I really don't know what they do.
Well, they still do, even though the president doesn't have any money.
No, in your case it's different. I would like to single out like the Malaysian Mixed Martial Arts Association, the Malaysian Gymnastics Federation, although they are in a controversy at the moment. But anyway, these organizations are being run by non-politicians per se. But those who are being run by politicians, they simply look at the politician. There's a term in politics. It's called lembu.
Oh, what's lembu?
Basically, that's a cash cow. Yeah. They are the cash cow.
Cash cow. Lembu
cow.
berduit, but they call it lembu.
No, they just call it lembu.
Lembu. There's even a way of saying it. Lembu.
So just find a lembu. So I'm sorry, politicians, you're just a lembu.
So instead of getting a lembu here, they're gonna ba.
Okay, anyway. But yeah, no disrespect to the lembu. Animal rights and all that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they look at the politician as a cash cow, simply because they don't have a sustainable module within the system. So they don't look at monetization. They don't look at finding ways to popularize the sport. They just want someone to come in, give them the money, and
let the others run it.
Correct.
Because
most people serving the associations are only bothered about their term.
Right. So no one ever looks at long-term things. But this has been the case. again, we're going to have to talk about football in Malaysia. There's been a lot of that in football, where you've had, and these are facts. I mean, it's not something I'm saying it's not real. We've had Menteri Besars, we've had heads of states, and we've had whatnots becoming the figurehead. And once they go, everything goes with them.
Correct.
But they have not left any continuity in the sport. And then we say, oh, we always talk, we do, and even in rugby, we say, oh, we've had the good times, and the money was there, blah blah blah. And when the person left, oh, no one wanted to support us anymore, even though the sport is still there and it's doing well.
No, simply because people want the shortcut. And thank you for raising the fact of a Menteri Besar, because do you remember our former Perlis Menteri Besar, Datuk Sri Syahidan Kasim?
Oh yes.
Yes, he was at one time the president of 4 different national bodies. ASUM, the Amateur Swimming Union, the Malaysian Amateur Athletic Union, as it was then known, the FA of Perlis, and yes, he was also the president of the Kabaddi Association of Malaysia.
Wow.
Kabaddi, okay. And in 2006, during research prior to our show, his vision in 2006 was to see Malaysia win a medal at the Olympics within 10 years. It's now 2020.
Yeah, okay. So we do have some medals at the Olympics.
But it's definitely not from athletics.
Mostly from Sarawak. Oh, let's not talk about Pandalela again.
In 2015, the Selangor Sports Council introduced a motto called Kita Lawan. It was actually a political battle cry when then opposition leader Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim was sentenced 5 years to jail.
So there we are, with putting politics in sports.
Exactly.
As well. But there's always this statement, we're always going to have politics in sport.
No, but since we're talking about this, let's just raise a few more examples. In 2014, PKR youth chief Nick Ahmad tried to hijack the AFF Cup second leg, a final between Malaysia and Thailand. He wanted to distribute flyers demanding petrol price be lowered. And what happened? The football fans said that if you distribute any flyers, we'll tear it down. Now, in 2007, National Shuttlers Koo King Kiat Tan Boon Kiong were paraded by Barisan National members.
Oh, at
Ijo.
Yes.
Remember the by-election?
By-election, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So everyone knew it was a political gimmick. So politicians
it's like having
use politics.
Sai at another election rally, but luckily he wasn't a sportsman. But we've seen this. We've seen a lot, especially the elite sportsmen being utilized. I hate the word being used, because everyone gets used. Being utilized to the max. But is that a culture of being able to pay it back? Because people say,
look, Rashid, it's very simple. The day Malaysian sports grow up and embrace professionalism as per the word, then they'll be free from, at least free to a certain extent, from such matters.
But we both can agree that politics will never be eradicated from sports.
No, it can't be. It's a worldwide problem. Adolf Hitler used sports to inject his ideology. When Germany hosted the Olympics.
That's right. And pre-war, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
So
correct. That's right. So so it's something that's always been been there.
Yep.
But here's my biggest question: do you think that if the president of a certain association doesn't have the network, will the sport still succeed with his own people if they have the drive and passion?
Yeah, it would. Simply because it all translates to return of investment. Now, you can have all the networks in the world, but if you can't promise your investors the return of investment, why should they park with their money and park it with your sport? Then it's of no use. All you end up is just your network just giving you money just for the sake of payment. Give face.
Oh, give face. Well, this is what we're trying to change. I mean, that's why I wanted that answer from you, because trying to change the mindset of sponsors by saying, hey, it's not about the person anymore. It's actually about the sport itself.
Correct. And how you, as a brand, will benefit from your contribution.
Yeah. But that is business. Hey, that's business.
That's just business. But guess what? Do you know some people don't even have a website? Some sports organizations.
Yes, including Masma, but we're building it because we've only been a year. We are in the midst of building it because it takes money.
Yeah. No, you can use WordPress or Blogspot.
Yeah, well, we
For
actually have one.
starters.
We just haven't published it yet.
Okay. So good with.
So no waiting. So again, if you have any issues and any questions about this topic, especially politics in sports, do leave your comments on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to us, give us a like, and don't forget, say hi to Haresh because he's looking very handsome today. And his nice Amnig shirt as well. You have been watching the RSS. Don't forget, in the next edition, we are going to be talking about
esports or e-sports.
What do you think? Catch the RSS and next time.